Joseph Campbell said the privilege of a lifetime is being who you are. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, to be yourself in a world that constantly trying to change who you really are is the greatest accomplishment. But why it's too difficult to just be yourself? Isn't that strange when we easily copy or be like others, but to just be yourself, it becomes so hard and complicated? No one tell you to be you. If you aren't you, you're just copying what others do, what others think, you're just copying everything and just be a product of others. And if you search or watch this video on purpose, it means you are highly aware of yourself and you already understand the importance to be you. It's not about how to be like others or to be like this, to be success or to be accepted or to be like this, that, and so on. But this episode, we're gonna dive deeper into you, into the universe inside you, so you can just be you. Hello beautiful soul! Welcome back in this channel with me, Cindyaco. In this channel, we talk about consciousness, awareness, vibration, energy, the universe inside you, self-love, self-growth, and everything that help your self-transcendence process so you can be authentically powerful, because you are a powerful and purposeful being. Your power comes with a purpose behind it. We are great to copying others because our mind has been trained to adopt inherent culture script, to be a product of others' thinking, to be a product of others. That's why most of people just living in an autopilot mode or mediocrity and think that life is supposed to be like that. The more they believe in it without question everything, they live in an unconscious mode or conscious mind state. I've already shared about this in my previous video. You can watch that, and in there you can see the reality that created by conscious mind, which you feel like everything happened to you, you are in a suffer mode, everything is just suffer. You put yourself on a pedestal and think that that's a reality and you can do nothing. But as your consciousness higher and higher, the more you realize that you have a privilege to just be you, that you are your own healer, your own hero, and your own leader. Means you are a product of yourself. You are here have a mission, not just follow the crowds, the culture scape. Unless you are highly aware of yourself, you can break free. You can unplug yourself from the culture scape and you can choose and create your own reality as a product of you. Because you are a divine expression of the source. You are here to experience human experience. The law of one, the source was create every being to know thyself through experience. That's why you are created. Every inch of yourself, every cell in your body is divine. You have awareness and privilege to be yourself by remember that you have free will to choose something. Once you remember that you have free will to choose something and co-creating divine purpose in this 3D reality and utilize it to help you embody your divine purpose. You're not here to just pay bill, gossiping, and experience low vibration. You are here to experience low vibration and high vibration. That's what Alpha and Omega means. You experience all of this. In order to transcend yourself, you need to experience being in a low vibration and being in a high vibration. You experience all of this. That's why you know that hell and heaven is just a state of mind. When you are in a low vibration, you feel like everything is just suffer. Everything is just, the world is just evil. You easily triggered by your surroundings. You easily react and offended because you think in duality perspective, which is you see everything's contradictory, everything from black and white. If not this, it means it should be the other side. But you can be both. I mean, the heaven and hell itself is in you. The devil and the angel itself is in you. If you just choose one and you deny the other one, then it will become your resistance, and your resistance will appear itself in your reality. Wisdom can only be understood through contrast. That's why there are dark sides inside you. Realize that you have both sides within you to help you mirroring about the things you should work on yourself. To be you, it takes bravery, vulnerability, honesty, highly self-awareness, and embrace your dark side and your light side. Once you can combine both and become a whole being again as you were created in the first place, you become more spirituality, then you will experience spiritual awakening. You will understand what is hell, what is heaven, what is consciousness, and you become more spiritual because you realize that everything is just state of mind. I didn't understand about this until I keep doing my inner work independently, and then stage by stage I arrived at this state that everything is already in you. You realize that all of this happened because of the search, and back to the search. Everything that you experience here is to help the search understand itself through you. That's why every people see reality differently based on what they've experienced. So remember that you are here for divine purpose. Your authenticity is divine. The more you become authentic, the more you express the divine in you. And if your authenticity is still just based on what people think authenticity should be, based on the standard to be accepted by society, to be same like others, that's just an illusion of authenticity. Because the real authenticity is focused on be your own product in a realization that you are the divine expression. You are a unique divine expression. That's why you are here, to express your divine self and give it back to the divine. Remember that our physical body is just a vessel in this 3D reality, and it is limited. In order to be you, you need to understand why you are easily being a product of others. When you're unconscious of yourself, you identify yourself with the mind. And everything that is your mind, you think that is a reality. That's why the close-minded people always think others as they are. Until you open your mind, you can see that the reality is so much colorful than the reality that we know. Every people is a different expression of the divine. Once you realize that you've been programmed by society, media, unconscious parenting, culturescape, and the matrix all around you, you can see the illusion behind everything. Remember that you are greater than your mind. You are the consciousness that watch your mind. You are the one that program your own mind. The mind don't have a medium to identify itself. That's why you identify yourself with the mind. But the truth is, you are bigger and greater than your own mind. And with that realization, you understand that you are not what others think about you. Each of people have a different kind of you in their perspective because they only see you at the level they've made themselves. You have thousands kind of you in others' eyes that aren't really know themselves. So you need to realize you are bigger, greater than mind, especially your own mind. By realizing that, you realize that you have a power to master your own mind. What you really are is greater than mind. I'm gonna explain the details about what's the purpose of ego or the mind in my next episode. So if you're interested, keep stay tuned and hit the bell button below so you can update. To be you means to realize your consciousness. You understand your divine self. What's beyond your mind is your consciousness. Consciousness doesn't come from your mind. Your mind is in your consciousness. Most of the times what we think about ourselves is from personality level or mental perspective level. That's why once you identify yourself as the mind, you will always find limit about something because mind is limited. But when you realize that you are consciousness, you remember that you are abundance, infinite, and you realize that your vessel, your physical body, your mind, and everything in 3D reality that you think is you is just an illusion of you. The real you is inside, the one that pure observe, eternal, immortal, infinite. Here are some tips to give you clarity about what you really are, so you can get clarity about yourself and then you can be yourself. The first tip is to meditate. By meditate, you detach yourself from your mind. There's only your consciousness and the divine only. You empty your mind, so your empty mind can be a powerful tool to download the divine message. Just like this episode, I download it before I share to you. Through meditate, you may not gain something, but you lose anything that aren't you, such as anger, the tendency to control, easily react, overthinking, anxiety, worry, and everything that aren't you. Remember that your true self, your natural state, is your higher state, and your lower state is the illusion of you. That's why your lower state controlled by your mind, but your higher self let the divine flows in you. You open your portal to the spiritual dimensions, to the higher consciousness. Through channel with the divine itself, you slowly understand the guide is real. The second tip is to detach yourself. By detaching yourself, you realize that you are not a label or everything that in others' mind. The version of you that in others' mind is not your responsibility. Every people is responsible with their own self. The more you dependent on mind, the more you close the portal to connect with the divine, because you try to control everything. So to trusting the divine it's become harder because it's far from you. By come independently to the divine itself directly, everything's just enough. You don't need attachment or set anymore. You can have it because we still live in 3D reality. You can have it, but you don't let those things own you. You don't let those things attach to you. You already realize that you are not an illusion and any attachment of yourself. You are what you are. You can be independent but still care about others. You can be yourself and still love others. You can realize that you are responsible with yourself and tolerate with others. And the last tips is to trust yourself. When you trust yourself, you trust your divine self. You trust that the divine has purpose in you, that the divine has already believed in you first before you believe in yourself. Even though people don't believe in you, people will belittle you, but you are the one that stay 24/7 with yourself. You are the one who know the best for you. When you just be you, you might label by arrogant, individualist, or anything, but it's okay. It's just a label. What matters is you know what you really are, you know the essence, you know your purpose behind what you do, because very often when spirits tell you something, it will contradict with the ego, because the spirit always focus on what the divine's message. At the end, it's just you and the divine, so be fearless to embody your divine self. Be careless about what people think about you. See you again in my next video with me, Cindyaco. Stay awake and aware and be unapologetically you, because what makes you different is what makes you you, and that's divine. Love you.